witches! How's it going? I'm so happy to be back. It's me, Amethyst Rose from Tarot and Witchcrafting, and today we are going to do your July 2020 tarot reading about your love life using our Tarot of Sexual Magic and Romance Angels deck. So let's get started. I've already shuffled the cards several times and meditated, but I like doing a few shuffles with you as well as a team in front of your view. Aries, we're going to do it a little bit different this time. This time we're going to focus on individual Aries if you're in a committed relationship, and we'll do a reading on you, and then we'll do a reading on single Aries. So if you are a committed Aries, let's see your partner in the relationship. Oh, felt good. They want to speak. Okay. Aries, partner in the committed relationship. 5 of Wands. So if your partner is potentially having challenges, breakdowns in the relationship, you know, they're really reevaluating what they are wanting out of this relationship. And I feel like there might even be some voyeurism, like they might have interest outside of the relationship sexually. There might be some sexual urge. I just keep like hearing coworker, but it's because they're going through changes, though, of what they desire and what they actually want out of this sexual connection and union. Committed Aries, which is, okay, so there's changes afoot in your partner's perception of what they need to be fulfilled and what they actually want out of this love connection with you. So, Aries, my committed witches, what's your energy putting into this relationship? Oh my God, a 5 again. Oh, and we got some double cards. 5 of Pentacles. We're seeing that honestly, there is passion, but even that passion is changing. Like, if you may notice, the one energy, the masculine energy in the relationship is wearing the red. So there is like a very passionate masculine dominant energy in the relationship, and then the other energy is wearing the blue. So they're going through your partner. So I would say this is you, Aries. You're still feeling passionate, but your partner in the blue is going through huge relationship changes on what they're looking for in the relationship and what they want out of it. You as well are changing your perception of what is committed and what is romantic. And then we have the 9 of Swords. And this is a thought card, a thought forum, a 9. So you are definitely, you know, rethinking and shedding depressions about this relationship, sex, and disappointments about this relationship. We're really getting down to the bare minimum, but there's still like some clothing that represents that Saturn energy you've probably been feeling a lot lately, Aries. That Saturn energy, mentally you've been feeling really depressed. And that's Saturn coming down and expressing limitations in your relationship and, lessons that you're teaching each other in your relationship. What are you teaching your partner as much as what are you getting from your partner too? Whoa, Saturn, you're talking about it. Because, Saturn just had a full moon in Capricorn. So everyone felt the pressure on July 4th and July 5th. And coming up to it, getting out of it. But it's putting a lot of focus on relationships, Aries. And, Aries, which is you're feeling that your partner is feeling distant and going through some type of a spiritual change. So yeah, let's look at what the best advice is for my married partners or committed partnerships for my Aries. Oh, I feel like there's more. There's more though. There was, oh wow, okay. Oh, I know there was more. Oh my gosh, that feels good. Let's see. We'll get to these guys. Oh my shucks. Okay, The first thing is you're breaking down devil energy. We have the devil in reverse. So look at that. You are definitely working at breaking bad habits and breaking free from addictions in your relationship. Aries, this might not always be drug addictions or alcohol addictions, but I hate to say that I am definitely getting that too. But there's like sexual addictions that have happened in your relationship where maybe there wasn't strong, even though you're committed, there might have been, unfortunately, stepping outside the relationship because your partner is exuding this 5 of Wands energy where they at least have some type of voyeurism outside of the relationship, right? See how they're standing I feel like this is your partner standing behind that curtain, carrying a sexual flame, having some lust for some type of sexual behavior outside of the relationship. And this is giving reflection and cutting ties. What should I cut out of my love life? What do I want to fill it up with? What do I want to fill up my love life with? And who am I in this relationship? What do I contribute? So that partner of yours, Aries witches, is going through a lot of releasing devil energy just as much as maybe you've had challenges with your partnership. So for all those cross watchers, your Aries is doing a lot of healing, your partner, okay? And then you in this relationship also are going through those changes. You're still feeling passionate, but romance is changing, and how you feel and honestly what you think about this relationship is changing. Is it cursed? Is it blessed? Oh, okay, interesting. Then we are breaking out of that devil energy. I heard codependency. So that's another thing too. Aries witches, your partner might just be unfortunately really well, I'm hearing codependent. I am hearing the drugs. Oh no. We're going to double check that. This is for some Aries only, not all Aries. So I think because I'm getting that you know. So if it is drugs, this is for some particular group of Aries who they themselves are covering up a disappointment with this relationship with alcohol. Your partner has addictions of their own, and you guys are releasing, though both of you are releasing these addictions, and part of your toxicity is each other in the past. We know this because this is a separate thing. 3 of Cups in reverse. 3 of Cups. I hate to say that there was probably some type of cheating in the past, whether it was you or your partner, because I feel like it's your partner, Aries. We saw that 5 of Wands. There's a lot of like conflict, sexual conflict, voyeurism. So this put the Hermit in reverse. In the upright, the Hermit is also not partaking sexually. But at the same time, they're lonely and sad over that candle that blew out, that flame of passion and sex that feels lost. The Hermit retreated from that sexual endeavor. So right now, you're probably coming out of hermetism, wanting sex, and more than that, wanting companionship and romance. That's why the 5 of Pentacles is your representation. You are looking for a strong, stable romance with partnership. Feel very much, Aries witches, you have that red masculine energy that is passionate and creative and supportive. It's a Pentacles card, so it means home and stability. We are coming out of the disappointed sexualness that you've been feeling, and we're coming into, good news, my Aries witches, the Knight of Wands. So really quick here, my married witches or committed witches, you are feeling a fast whirlwind of this sexual partnership. So this flame is being ignited again. I genuinely feel like because of letting go of a lot of devil energy, that it is actually healthy and helping your relationship with your committed partners. Okay. The Star in reverse. So I would say in the upright that you are finding each other's uniqueness, sharing each other's talents, but I honestly still feel like that is being discovered. Your specific purpose of lessons in your relationship with this person, as much as you are growing and learning, Aries, which is like what you want out of the relationship, this portion is yet to come where you discover your true talent and your partner's, especially your partner's true talent. I feel like you haven't really seen them at their best. Wow, Aries witches who are committed. I feel like it's been for the long-term committed Aries witches. You haven't seen your partner really shine their light and show you their true star soul self. They're not very giving in that nature. And this would be really helpful for the relationship, and it's on its way, but it isn't here yet. So you're really looking to see what is unique and beautiful and special about your partner. What is making this partnership so worth the struggle? Because there's been a lot of struggle for these Aries witches who needed to hear this advice about their partnership. It's been very challenging with addictions and drug addictions. And I don't think it's been very fulfilling for you, Aries witches, and that's why you're looking for change yourself with the Five of Pentacles. But here we see, last but not, well, not, there's totally not least, we got a lot more. Six of Wands. So that six is showing that there is a victory here sexually. Sexually, this, and romantically, this victory, is going to balance itself out with you too. And I would say let go of the stress, because there's still a lot of passion between you that's worth exploring. There's still a lot of lessons to learn. You are at a six in this relationship, which is a soul cycle. Oh, yeah. Okay. No wonder there's such hardships you're overcoming. Now, I'm not telling you to stay in a negative relationship, but you absolutely have this opportunity is opened up for you guys to be clear and communicate with each other about what needs to be done to heal this relationship. And this is a big victory for you too, because we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And this is going to lead some of you who are really subservient. Some of you are really subservient to your partner, and they are on a vision quest. They are trying to figure out what they really want out of this relationship or any love. You yourself already know what you want. You know, but they're not there. They're going through a growth. They're going through a spiritual psychic growth. And, you know, normally you're very subservient and passionate of them. But honestly, this Queen was in reverse. So it's telling me that that behavior is not recommended anymore. So your advice, Aries witches, is to be supportive, but not serving these needs, not serving that Queen. There might even be, unfortunately, a new journey, a new start. Things are balancing out with your partner, and you're going to have a growth. This might not be permanent, though. It's not part of the big plan. I mean, it is part of the big plan, but it isn't permanent as a relationship. There's a lot of hardship in your relationship, and it has been a very challenging road. And that Six of Wands is saying that there's going to be small victories here very soon. You know, this person is still enticing. This person is still romantic and passionate. But overall, best advice, Aries witches who are committed in these kind of toxic relationships where there was addictions. That Queen of Pentacles is showing that in the reverse, we are not having a nurturing of a foundation. We're not having nurturing and growth in marriage and commitment. So it really might be time to walk away gently. I just feel gently, because you know what? Breakups don't have to be horrible, especially long ones. Yeah. Whoa. I wanted to really tell a story. I just feel like that is too much, Aries. One more time, one more time, one more time. That's all. We're using the romance angels, and we're going to get a direct answer about your relationship, committed Aries witches, before we move on. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So just like we were expressing earlier, that this relationship is not over. It has a lot of growth to continue, because there's a lot of lessons to learn. But we're at a number 6, and you guys have not really had been connected recently. There's a lot of disconnection with the 5 and change. So if you guys are going to be honest with each other and have these really hard conversations and reflections, you can share that. So you guys can share that with the 2 5s. And you guys can absolutely communicate, break negative habits, have those small victories of success in that relationship that you've learned from each other. Is there anything else for that romance? I mean, we have, there's still chemistry between you guys. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. There is love here. This is true love, but I'm not going to lie. You guys have a journey to go on soon. So whether this is a permanent breakup from your committed partner, whether this is I think this is definitely a physical journey. I would never think of it mentally as the Fool just alone. So it's of course mental journey, but look at that physical journey. You will be walking away from this relationship at some point for your best support, because I feel like this partnership is slightly toxic. Definitely seeing the ones with the drug addictions being the toxic ones, Aries witches who are committed. We really needed to get that out there for those committed ones. So Aries witches, if that did not resonate with you, then again, that's okay. There are much more to be channeled and picked up, but I think that the ones that were really in these toxic committed relationships where there was a lot of codependency and drug addictions or alcohol addictions, that's a cheating too, affecting the relationship. And they needed to know that, they're gaining perspective. They're going to keep wishy-washying in and out of this relationship for a little bit to continue to grab a few more lessons, because your partner is not a bad person, but finally they're going through a spiritual growth. And boy, do those take a long time. I'm so sorry. My spiritual growth personally, and as a Gemini, who's actually a ruler with Mercury, is pretty fast. I still take 2-3 years to get a lesson. Get through a fucking lesson. All right. Back to Aries witches. My single Aries witches. I know you want to know about that love. Come on, baby. Let's talk about it. Single Aries witches. Let's talk about the person's... Let's talk about you first, and then we'll talk about what we're attracting and who we're attracting, okay? Or who we might be seeing but not committed to. Because that could totally go for people that are, well, okay, not committed either. So in this spread, it shot a bunch of cards out. Wanted you to know a few things, my sweethearts. So listen, Aries witches, we got an 8 of Cups. That is signifying that recently see that somebody actually walked away from you. You were passionate in expressing your love emotionally to somebody. And then there was a rejection. You felt rejected, my single Aries. You felt rejected recently. And you definitely feel like this is a cycle, a pattern of rejection. That's the bummer with this 8, though. I'm like, oh shit. 5 of Cups in reverse. So, I think in the past you've spent a lot of time like having offers right in front of you, but being undecided because you're thinking about flames from the past or emotional connections from the past. And it kind of fucks up who you're with now, but you're breaking out of that cycle. So I think that the cool thing is that the spread wanted me to tell you how this has been a cycle that you've been feeling for a really long time, and normally Aries witches, this is what the problem is. Normally the problem is that you're being offered love right in front of you, but you know what, emotionally and sexually you're still like in the past relationships or wanting to be with other people. But this is what you're breaking out of, my sweeties. I'm so thankful you're breaking away from this cycle. So yes, it hurts to feel like you just got rejected, but you're realizing this cycle of behavior and you're breaking it. You're not going to be missing out on opportunities right in front of you because you're waiting for opportunities of the past. I just keep especially focusing on more of the past rather than even other people in the current present moment. Knave of Wands in reverse, and this is why we see, learning, long-term growth in relationships and all that time that was invested into this slow, passionate growth, like learning how to be a good lover, learning what sustainability is as an Aries. I mean, it is like 100% just flash flames, intensities. And sometimes that makes things really fast, maybe not last long. And Aries, part of this lesson that you are learning is how to be a more committed partner as well. So not stuck in the past, not dwelling over past relationships or comparing current relationships to past relationships, not getting stuck on not pleasing your partner. You got to learn how to please that partner and be committed too. Like it's really hard lessons to learn how to be invested and take things slow and be invested, because that's not easy for any fire sign. How to put in slow, how to take the time. That's it. Put in the time. Sorry. We have a lot of sunlight shedding on this area for you, my single Aries. A lot of sun. Opportunities are opening up in this area because this is a cycle. This is a life cycle that you're experiencing. This is a cycle that you're getting to shed light on, my single Aries. You're getting to see what your behaviors have been that stop you from happiness in your relationships now. And that's why you have the Queen of Pentacles. What's funny is I get so many psychic readings from this too. Right now, I see my single Aries are having a lot of reflection. So mental reflection, self-stimulation, self-nurturing. How do I take care of myself? It's a Pentacle card too, so how do I make my own money? How do I pay my own bills? How do I nurture and love myself? This is your life lesson you're going through right now. And that's why the Ace of Pentacles, it's on its way, but it is not here as it is in the reverse. This is not yet the time, my single Aries witches, to run into this new partnership. It's on its way, though. I want you to know a reverse doesn't mean that it is not in the energy, because as it is, of course, everything is in the energy. So it's here. And it's waiting for you, a new, totally sustainable earth element, strong foundation, right? Marriage, partnership, money. It's here for you. I love that depiction. It's so supportive. It's so romantic. It is so sexual, and it is waiting for you. And we're just getting through your lessons, my beautiful Aries. So when you're rejected, or you're feeling that rejection, or even maybe you have rejected, you could have been the rejector. I really feel like, though, your heart feels rejected about it, but I am seeing it's because you need people on your spiritual level, and you too need to grow your spiritual level. So that's why these hard lessons from Saturn have been coming up and teaching you these really soul lessons, right? Soul lessons, how to really properly function in these relationships, to get what you want out of them. Stop thinking about people of the past. Invest your time, understand time, shine light on time. Given your psychic abilities that are happening right now, good time to write things down, good time to practice physical body motions. I just like totally seeing like yoga, Taibo, things that are more gentle, because you know what? You don't want to be too physical for this one. An engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I am so happy, my Aries witches, because this is why it is not just coming through so easily right now to be in a relationship, because it is meant to be special. It is meant to be higher than you've ever been before. So if you're trying to settle for what you've always settled for, it's not going to work this time. It is meant to be an ascended love life. So I am so thankful. Honestly, my single Aries witches, I think that was the information. We have these lessons and these life cycle, soul cycle we're working on right here, right now. We're wrapping it up. Your totally new love life is on its way, and there is an engagement, but because you are going to have a much higher fulfilling love life. And it'll be so fulfilling, my Aries witches. It's right around the corner. A new fulfilling start. Well, thank you so much, my Aries witches. Sorry I talked your ear off, but I am so thankful you checked in with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, my Aries witches, peace.